Welcome to the Dave Show. My name is Dave, and today I'm here to talk to you about this keypad and fingerprint door lock. It's actually built into the handle as well. It's by this company here, HOLOMARQ, I think is how they pronounce it. And this is their Sequra H2. So it's the, again, it's a doorknob, it has a keypad, and a fingerprint lock, unlock situation in there. Pretty cool, actually. They did send me this box for a review, but they wanted me to show you what it is and how it works. So let's take a closer look at this doorknob with this cool lock feature. Okay, here's what you're going to get in the package. You're going to get a instruction manual. Very good idea to read that. There's installation video available. You get all the hardware you need, the bolts, nuts, and screws, strike plates for the door frame. You do get keys. Yes, you can actually use keys on this door lock as well as the keypad and fingerprint. You're going to get a little quick start guide, which is kind of nice, a little helpful with codes on how to change your administration code and how to add past user codes and things like that. So don't throw this away. It's also in the manual. So you have it in the manual and here so you can remember how to do that. And then there's also a template. So now if you have a door with no holes, you need to make holes. And this gives you a template on the type of the size and holes. You just take this and you put it on the door to make it. I'm not going to go over that because I have a door sample that I use here in the studio and it already has a hole in it. So but it does come with that available. And then you have your door lock assembly. Here you've got the keypad. So you've got your 1 through 0, a check mark, some lights, and your key. Then on the top part is your fingerprint or thumbprint. So you can do it either way you want to. And then, of course, you've got your door lock stuff. Now, you have to take all this apart to put it together. This just comes this way, so I'm showing it to you. And then there's a screw here to take this cap off to put batteries in. Now, you need 4 AA batteries. It does not include it, so you need that. And a screwdriver to get this put in. If you already have a doorknob in your door, you can just take that off and put this in real easy. If you don't, then you're going to need drills and hole saws and chisels and things like that. Okay, I got my little door here and I took everything apart. And what's actually kind of cool is I took it apart because it had some of the bolts holding it together, and there's some of these extra bolts in here. Now, they do come with 2 different size bolts depending on if you have different thicknesses of doors. So it looks like you're going to be able to use this on an interior door and exterior door if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and do this here on this door. This is an exterior door. Okay, so now let's do this little back set, the latch here first. If you put it in and this hole does not line up to be center, what you got to do is you got to actually just grab the middle part of it and pull it all the way out and then put it in. And now for me, it is centered, which is really cool. So now that we have the right size, we just need to screw this part of it into the door. So it should screw in pretty well. Now, if for some reason you have like rounded corners and this is squared, you might have to chisel that out a little bit. But now that that is in, we're going to go ahead and put the keypad in. You want to make sure that it's aligned correctly with the thumbprint to the top part of it. And you got this little wire, this little cable that comes through this. We're gonna actually take that and thread it through the hole. And then there's a center piece. So let's get this correct here. There we go. So now it all lines up in there. It's gonna kind of hang here. Let's try to do that till we get the other piece in there. So now you have the inside part of it. I took the housing off because this is where the batteries go, and this is how you get to the screws, because the screws actually go through here to this part. So you have to take the batteries out and do all this kind of stuff to get to it. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to have to thread this cabling through the hole through here and come out this section because that's where we plug it in at. So we just got to do a little fishing. Okay, you got to make sure it's aligned right. I actually had to turn it a little bit to get it to the right section. So now I'm going to go ahead and put these longer bolts in, and hopefully it will connect to the other side. Okay, now you want the bolts kind of snug, but not too tight. You don't want to use a power drill. You want to just use this kind of situation here. So now that is in there. That is ready to go. Okay, next we're going to put the batteries in and get this thing hooked up. Oh, okay, once you get the batteries in, it beeps at you. And then there's a little reset button on here as well. If you need to do it, reset is in there. And then we're just going to put this little cap back on. There we go. Now we got the cap back on here, and it looks like it works perfectly fine to open up the outside of the door. Okay, now we're going to test it out. Now I have my glasses on so I can read this. It says enter passcode. This is an admin password that you can change. but let's see, it's 0, so 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and that. And now I can open this up, it unlocks. Okay, and then it automatically locks. So this has an auto lock feature to it. And I believe you can dismantle that if you don't want it to lock automatically every single time. But that is the administration lock code to test it out. It says to test it, make sure it's good to go. Now you want to make sure your door's not closed and keep your door open to test it just in case. Another thing I forgot to mention was on the bottom there's a little rubber little cover on a USB-C connector, and that's used in case if your battery's died and you need to get in, you just need to find yourself a battery pack or something that you can power up this to get into it for emergencies. Okay, like I said before, you have all the instructions in the manual and on this little cheat sheet on how to change the password. You can add different passcodes for different people, up to 50, and the fingerprints, you can add up to like 100 of them. Pretty crazy stuff. All the instructions are in here, and it's pretty easy by just hitting, the little check mark button. You have the admin passcode, punch in a new passcode, you confirm it, that kind of stuff, how to do it and set it up. I'm not going to go into the details of every single bit and every single code on this. Read your instruction manual, and you will figure it out. Very simple, very easy. Now remember, this thing will do the auto lock after like 5 seconds. What you have to do is in here, there's a thing called passage, and you have to activate the passage code to be able to leave this unlocked at all times. You can lock it, but it won't do the automatic lock. Okay, I did set up a passcode on here to give you an example of how this works. So right now it's locked, which means this thing will spin, but this won't go in. But if we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that's what I set it as, and hit the check mark, now it'll unlock. So it's very simple and easy to do. You can also take it on, put it on silent mode as well. There's a lot of features to this. Now I'm gonna see if I can put my fingerprint on it. Okay, so I added my fingerprint to it, so it is locked now. This is not moving. All I have to do is press my finger right on top, and it unlocks just like that. Very simple and easy. Again, follow the directions on how to set this up. It works great. So there you have it, a detailed look at this doorknob that has the keypad and fingerprint lock of it with installation. It's actually really simple to do, and it works great, and I think it looks pretty cool too if you like the black knob kind of thing. So if you're looking for a door locking knob like this one may be the right one for you.